Finally, we are on yellow, the last color. So Calgera. Calgera has gotten really bad support this set. It's very sad for him. No SRs and no like significant rare cards either. Like all he got was the new Viper card, which is kind of sad. He is a 5 life yellow leader. Don't dice one when attacking. If you can play a Shandora warrior type character card with cost equal to or less than the number of Dawn your opponent has on board, and then if you do, then add your top life to your hand. So pay 1 life to basically play a character down. I was really hoping he would get better support, like a 7 or an 8 cost character. The best he got was a 6 cost vanilla, which is which is very unfortunate. I think it's really unfortunate. I foresee that he will just try to like punch face and like poke for support, and most of his cards revolve around upper yard, which is like again not that great of an engine I think to play around. But yeah, we'll see what people end up cooking. The good thing is he's gonna be a very cheap deck for people to learn and play. But yeah, that's about it. So yes, the titular 6 cost Calgara vanilla, playable on your 6 Dawn turn with your leader effect, and that's about it. That's like I don't understand. They couldn't do any better than this. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. So we have the Southbird, animal type, Jaya type, Sky Island type. On play, look at the top 7 cards of your deck and play 1 upper yard card. So you're able to search top 7 for the stage, and then after that play the stage down. So it's essentially 1 cost for like a top 12 search. And notably the stage can also find other copies of the stage. So that's one thing to note of as well if you do end up playing this deck for some reason. We have Charlotte Angel, who is a yellow 2 cost Big Mom Pirates type 1k counter. Kido main, activate main once per turn. Send the top card of your trash, of your life to your trash, and then if you have the Big Mom Pirates type, then you can also add 1 card from your life to the top of your 1 card from your deck to the top of your life. So it's another way to cycle your life for pudding. Like you can trash like a face up top life to put another like face down top life, so you can ramp again. But there are other options for it which I think are a little bit better, like Fiola. So I don't think this card will see play. Next we have Charlotte Opera, 6 cost 6k, 1k counter. Activate main, on play, discard 1 card from your hand and then KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the number of life cards you have, which is okay. By the 6th Dawn turn, you probably eaten 2 hits already, so you're probably only going to KO a 4 cost. If you counter hard, I guess you KO a 5 cost. But yeah, I don't know if this card will see any play. I think Gadatsu is probably still a little bit better. Next we have Charlotte Custard, activate main once per turn. Add the top card of your life to your hand, and then one of your characters gets plus 1k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So again, more ways to cycle hand for pudding leader, but I don't think the effect is worth, because this is taking life to hand instead. So you're going -1 on life. The other card Angel was just swap life, which is a little bit better, I think. We have Charlotte Poire, because and wow. Anyway, 1 cost 2k, no original effect, and trigger effect is discard 1 card from your hand and then you can play this card down and then you can draw 1 card. So it's not really worth it. I think you cycle 1 card and you get a 1 cost body, but you draw a card, so you go -2 in hand. Like you -2 in hand to play down this 1 cost vanilla. Like it's not great. Yeah, but the card looks very good. Okay, next we have Bonnie, the first of the 3 yellow egghead SRs that we got, because egghead is important to support for some reason. So 3 cost 4k, Dawn dice 1. During your turn, once per turn, if your opponent takes life, then you can draw 2 cards and discard 1. Again, I don't like this card. I think it's pretty mid. You don't want to be attaching Dawn to your characters, so you can't play on curve anyway. I guess in Vegapunk it's okay because like you're playing characters for cheaper anyway, but like yeah, I don't think this card is that good. As the generic card, maybe in Vegapunk it will see play because Vegapunk has more Dawn to play with, so you can force the damage a bit better. But yeah, I don't love the card. Trigger is draw 2, discard 1, so that's not too bad. Next, SR Nami, on play, discard 1 card with trigger from your hand and then KO one of your opponent's cost 5 or lower characters. Very strong. And then if you have 3 or fewer cards in your hand, you can draw 1 card, so that's also pretty good. It's, I think, relatively easy to hit the 5 cost with discarding one trigger, which is very, very strong. I really like this art, by the way. It's very, very cute. Yeah, this card trigger is pretty easy, I think, for Vegapunk in particular, and 5 cost KO 5 cost is very good as well. Like generally something like this would require like taking a life, or it would really be dependent on your opponents or your own life, like the previous Oven card, or the Opera card, or Gadatsu, or 5 cost Sabo. But yeah, this one being discard 1 to KO 5 is pretty good. Like a black yellow deck like Big Mom could maybe use this card. But other than that, I think overall the power level is just fair. Like, it's not a bad card. Being able to draw one card if your hand is low is pretty nice though, I must say. Like, you're able to cycle like a brick with the leader effect and then draw a card. Okay, next we have Nitro. 1 cost 2k power, activate main, you may rest this card, give up to one of your Charlotte puddings plus 2k for the turn. Again, I'm surprised this isn't like a 2k counter, but I guess it's because they didn't want to print too many good yellow 2k counters. It is a homies type too, so it's playable with, I think it synergizes with the Hera card. But yeah, not worth a slot. I think it's not even a 2k counter. Like, it's just meh. We have Mr. Chat Mont Blanc Cricket 4 cost vanilla Jaya type, so that's that. Then we have Mont Blanc Norland, who is Jaya type as well, and also a botanist. On play, if your leader has the Shandara warrior type, and then if you have a Kalgara character on board, add the top card of your deck to your life. So the obvious combo here is on 6th dawn you want to leader effect, play a Kalgara from your hand, and then after that take 1 life, and then you play the Norland down and heal 1 life back. So it's effectively net neutral in terms of life, but you get a 6 cost vanilla and a 5/6 on board, which is pretty decent as well. But yeah, this card is unsearchable, so like that's gonna be a bit of an issue. Next we have the new 4 cost Viper. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, look for an upper yard and add it to your hand, and then after that place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, and then you can play 1 upper yard from your hand. So this deck is going to be searching a lot basically, so pretty good. You can play the 5 cost Viper into this as well on the same turn, this into, yeah, either or, so pretty good just in general. Next we have S-Shark, so more 8 hit support. Not as one when attacking, your opponent cannot activate blockers for this battle, so unblockable, I think because of the swim fruit that the S-Shark has, so it's pretty funny. I think a pretty decent attacker as well. The trigger is you may discard 1 card from your hand, and then if you have 2 or less life, play this card down. So they have kind of balanced it a bit more around the 8-pack battles. Because in 8-pack battles the Vegapunk triggers was so insane. Yeah, but this one, being forced to discard is pretty painful, I think, for Vegapunk. Like, the deck already has a pretty small hand size, so I don't think you usually want to be discarding for it. But yeah, 4/5 unblockable, just generic yellow card, so pretty decent. Seraphim and 8-hit type. Lastly, we have the last yellow SR, S-Snake. Pretty good, I think. On play, stun one of your opponent's 6 cost or lower characters. They can't attack during their next turn, and of course it negates, being Monkey D. Luffy, it negates this effect. But yeah, pretty good. 5 cost 6k stun, stuns a 6 cost or less, so pretty strong. And then the trigger is, of course, activate this character's effect, so it is like a beige from trigger as well, although it hits only 6 cost or lower. Okay, now we have S-Bear. No original effect, but the trigger is discard 1 card from hand. If your life is 2 or less, you can play this card, and you can also KO one of your opponent's 3 cost or lower characters. So pretty strong, off of trigger at least. Okay, next is S-Hawk, 4 cost 5k, Dawn dies 1. If you have less life than your opponent, this character cannot be KO'd in battle by cards with the slash type, and then it also gains plus 2k power, so it is a 7k power attacker, and it's an 8k power attacker with Dawn dies 1, and it's also 7k on your opponent's turn, which is pretty good for 4 costs. The trigger is you can discard one card from your hand. If you have 2 or less life, you can play this card, so that's also pretty good. Okay, now we're on to the last few cards of the set. Events. So firstly, the Earth can't be defeated. Counter event for 1. If your leader has the Shandora warrior type, then you can get plus 3k power for the battle, and then after that you can play an upper yard from your hand. So yeah, the entire deck is really revolving around this stage, which is I don't love it. But yeah, that's the idea. Lastly, I think we have two more events. First is the burn bazooka. Counter, give up to one of your leader or characters plus 4k power for the battle, and then after that, add one life from let the top or bottom card from your life to your hand. If you do, then you can play up to one of your you can place one of your Shandora warrior type cards to the top of your life face up. So you could put you could use this event to place this event on the top of your life, and then this would let you draw 2 and discard 1. So that's pretty good. But I don't know about this. Like, it just lets you rig life, but it has to be Shandora warrior type cards to life. And I think the only good targets are this card and maybe some of the trigger bodies, like what's his name, Braham? Yeah. I guess this one too. So this is Burn Blade. Main event. Send the top card of your life to your trash, and then you can KO one of your opponent's 7 cost or lower characters. So it's like expensive right there. And then trigger is add the top card of your life to your hand, and then you can add 1 card from your hand to the top of your life. So I guess you can also rig this one to the top of your life with the previous event, but like again, it's not that great. Like, this is the only one that lets you rig anything, I guess, but okay, now we're on to the SECs. Not gonna say it wrongly like in like the last time. So first we have Rayleigh. Again, I think I've talked about him. I think he's very underwhelming. I'm very disappointed. He will be strong, but just he could have been so much better. I'm so sad. Yeah, to quickly again explain, choose up to 2 of your opponent's characters, and then one of them gets minus 3k power, and the other one gets minus 2,000 power. And then at the end of the after that, KO onto one of your opponent's characters with 3k or less power. And the power reduction stays until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's effectively like 6k counter in 1 card, which is pretty good. Other than that, it also lets you KO a 3k power character, which is pretty good. Again, you don't have to choose the same targets. So like if you minus 2 big characters, you can also KO like a smaller character, which is pretty good. So all of these are pretty good in general, like just combined. I think the card is pretty strong. Especially with Black Maria now available, it's going to be much easier to hit this 8 Dawn threshold, and you can use it in RP Law to clear 2 cards at the same time, which is also very strong. So that's my current opinion on the card. I like it. And then lastly, Kaido and Lin. Again, I was talking about how insane this card is when you think about it in the context of Pudding Leader, because you can play this on turn 4 pretty consistently, and like even if you don't have an effect, it is a 10 cost vanilla that needs to be answered or you just die eventually. And yeah, this card is just insane. Like I don't foresee a world where you play decks like Pudding without this card. I think it's really strong. So yeah, effect is of course when attacking Dawn -10, KO all characters except this character, and then after that add 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life and banish the top life of your opponent. So all in all, that was all of the cards in the set. Oh, that was a long video. It was two hours long. Holy shit. So yeah, it's been a long chat. I think a lot of these cards are really powerful. Especially the purple ones. The purple ones and the black ones have been freaking insane. None of the other colors have like support even close to as good as purple and black. I think it's going to be a very interesting OP08 meta. I think Lucci, Pudding, King are all going to be very powerful. I think RP Law will still be playable, but he might struggle a little bit into Lucci still, especially with the new 7 cost Jack. If Lucci does play that card, it's going to be very strong for Lucci. And I think even the new support for RP Law is not strong enough that he becomes best deck still. I think he's going to still be like maybe 2nd or 3rd best deck in the format. I foresee the Pudding, the tier 1 for like the first week of the meta at least to be Pudding, King. No, King's probably not going to start tier 1. It's going to be Pudding, RP Law, Lucci, and I think Zoro. I think those will be the 4 best decks in the first week of the format. So looking forward to new meta. I think 07 has been a meta where a lot of the games feel very luck reliant. Like you can beat any matchup as long as you draw well, but you can also lose to any matchup if they draw well. So it's like it's not one of my favorite matchups. One of my favorite metas so far. I think O4 is still probably my best and my most favorite meta of One Piece card game so far. And I think that's my baseline thoughts for the set. I think it's pretty exciting. A lot of these cards are very, very powerful, and well, at least the ones that are not red or green are very, very powerful. I think I'm pretty excited in general for the new set. It's coming out this Friday actually, and I'm looking forward to that too. And I think thank you so much for watching the video, for watching the stream. If you enjoyed it, just let me know. Drop me a follow, drop me a sub on YouTube, like the video, drop a comment, and I really appreciate all of your time. Thank you so much, Friendos and Randos, for coming and watching my video, watching my stream. I always appreciate it. And if you like it, just let me know. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys again next time, Friendos and Randos. Bye bye.